welcome to the Youth Sport Trust After School Sports Club. It's brilliant to have you here. It's the first session of this sports club for 2021. My name is Kate Gray. I'm a former Paralympic swimmer and a Youth Sport Trust athlete mentor, and I'm going to be leading you through this session. And today is all about our athletic skills. So we're going to be thinking about running, jumping, movement. And actually, I think we should get moving straight away because actually we've only got half an hour and we need to make sure we're fully warmed up and here to enjoy this club. So welcome, if this is your first time, just start by marching it out to begin with. We'll build it up and warm up as we go along. But this is a Youth Sport Trust after school club that we've put on because we've realised that you're stuck at home, you can't go to school sports clubs, or if you are at school, there's not much sport going on. So this is a way to get active with lots of other people in the country that are joining us on today's session. And we're going to be working on our athletic skills. Now you're going to need 5 toilet rolls or something that you can stack on top of each other. So if you haven't got that already, go and find yourself some toilet rolls or maybe some empty plastic bottles or something that you can stack, okay? I'm going to turn it into a slight run now. So hopefully you're starting to feel your heart rate raise just a little bit. I'll give those people that haven't got their equipment just yet a chance to go and get their equipment. Now, a few things to remember. I'm in my kitchen, so I've made sure I've got a bit of space to be nice and safe. So if you want to move around your space now and just check that there's nothing that you think, oh gosh, I might slip on that. You might be in a living room, you might be in a bedroom, you might be in a school sports hall. Just make sure there is enough space around you that nothing's going to get in the way. Obviously, you've got your equipment, and if there's anybody else in the room with you that's just sitting around doing nothing, get them involved because it's so important to stay active and it's so important just to feel good at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these clubs as we go along. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself as we go along, but we're going to get ourselves set up for the warm-up, okay? So this is going to be the dice game. I'm going to be the dice, so I get to call out any number that I think of, and you're going to have to move that many times. So I'm going to set up my space. So you've got your toilet rolls, or whatever you might be using. You can move around to put them in the 4 corners of your space that you're working in. So nicely spread out, like that, and then you want to put one in the middle. So you've got yourself a bit of a square that you're going to be moving around to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shout out a number that I think of because I am the dice, and you need to move to that many toilet rolls or markers that you might have. So if I say 2, I'm going to move to 1, 2, and then back to the middle. If I say 6, because obviously that's the biggest number on the dice, you need to move to all of the toilet rolls and add 1 more on to make it 6 times. So I'm going to think about how we're moving. Obviously, we'll think about our athletic skills. So running and being active, you can touch them if you want to. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can just move over to it, but we're going to be moving forwards, backwards, sideways, just making sure everything is safe around you as well. And also don't forget the one in the middle, so we'll move around that as we go around it. So hopefully you guys are ready, you're all set up. Keep jogging on the spot, and I'm going to shout out the first number is 3. Okay, so we're going to move to 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well done. Make sure you're really putting in a good effort, but also don't push yourself too hard because it's obviously our first session back of the new year. We might not be as fit as we were before, so we don't want to push it too hard, but just go to your own level. Next number is 2. Okay, so 1 there, 1 there. Okay, brilliant. Well done, guys. Right, let's make it a little bit harder now. 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I'm making sure I've got really sort of quick steps. I'm using my arms as well. Just getting ourselves active all over. Now, we're going to make it a little bit more tricky. So this time we're going to move to the number of different pointers that I say, but we're going to pick up this, and we're gonna squat 3 times, just to get our legs fully warmed up. So if I say 3, we're gonna move to 3 markers and do 3 squats. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay, so first marker, 1, 2, 3. Keeping a nice straight back, pretend you're sitting on a toilet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 more markers to go. Here we go. Out in front of you. Nice and deep squats. 3. Let's do 1 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good stuff. Right, jumping on the spot again, thinking about the movement around the room. 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Very good. And do this one back here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to add in a little extra challenge for this last bit of the warm-up. Is every time I go past the middle marker, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump over it, okay? Try and do it 2-footed if you can, because we're thinking about running and jumping today. So, let's go a couple more. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. Jumping back over it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's push it for the last bit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. Good job, guys. Great warm up. Shake it out. Give yourself a bit of a wiggle around. We're going to have a couple of minutes break now, so make sure you've got yourself a drink and drink it, because that's always important. We want to make sure we're staying hydrated. It might not be that hot in your house, because obviously it's freezing cold outside at the moment, but you're still using your bodies. You still want to get plenty of fluids into our bodies. Now, welcome to the club. Great to have you all warmed up and ready. Stick with us, because over the next sort of 20 minutes or so, we're going to be doing some really fun activities to get you active. And the whole point of these clubs is to try and bring us all together. Because at the moment we're stuck in our own homes, or we're in small groups where we can't really see our friends. So this is a way to connect with people and feel like, even though we are in these crazy times, we can still be physically active and part of a really great community. And the Youth Sport Trust After School Sports Clubs will hopefully do that for you. So great to have you here. These sessions are going to run every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. up until Easter holidays. So we are here for a long time. It's not just going to be me. There's going to be lots of other athlete mentors joining us. You might have met them before if you've been coming along to these sessions. So make sure you can tune in as many times as you can every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 5 p.m. Get yourself set up in whatever location you might be. Join the link on YouTube and be a part of this really great after-school sports club hosted by the Youth Sport Trust, because we want to keep you guys happy, healthy, so we can finally see each other. We can just pick up where we left off. Now, the way you can also kind of keep in touch with people and let us know how you're getting on is by using the hashtag YST, so Youth Sport Trust, hashtag YST after school. And that's a great way for you guys to see what other people are doing and hopefully feel a part of this brilliant community that we set up here for you. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how we can use that hashtag as the session goes along. But for now, have yourself a drink. We start with the warm-up. We're going to do the main activity with the progression and then a cool down. So hopefully it'll be flying by before you know it, and you'll have done 30 minutes of activity without even realising. Now, you might notice I've only got one hand, and for this next part, I'm going to need my prosthetic hand. So we're going to be doing some athletic running and jumping skills, but also movement that's going to use our whole bodies. So you've obviously got 2 hands, so you don't need to have one of these, but just do the best you can. And if you need to adapt things to make it easier or harder, that is absolutely fine. These sessions are for you to enjoy, push yourself, but not get yourself into any form of trouble. Okay, so we're now moving on to the main activity. We're still going to be using our dice shape. So that can stay where it is. And we're going to be doing a bear crawl. Hopefully you guys know what that is. It's going to be in a sort of crawling position like this. You're going to have a nice flat back, bend your knees, keep your bum low, you don't want your bum too high, and you're going to be moving around the room like a bear. And what I'm going to do is when I say the number, I need you to move to that many markers, as we did in the warm-up. Obviously this time we're doing it in a slightly different movement and it'll be a little bit harder. So, what's the dice going to say? 5. Okay, so I'm going to move to 1, 2. We're moving backwards. 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you need to stretch out between, that's absolutely fine. Making sure you're keeping a nice flat back. Get down nice and low. And this is really helping us think about our muscles in our legs, which we'll be using when we move on to jumping. So dice, what's it going to be? 3. Okay, so 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whew. Gosh, I can feel my legs really working now. I can feel my Christmas food in my tummy as well. It's been worked off. I'm feeling really active, which is great. Hope you're feeling quite warm as well. So let's keep going. We haven't done the hardest number yet, have we? 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Gosh, I can feel that on the top of my legs. Hopefully you can feel it there too, because these are the muscles that we really need to improve our athletic skills. Okay, this time I'm going to make it even harder, and I had a practice of this and I wasn't very good. So don't worry if you're not very good, we'll see how we get on. Is when we move to one of our markers, we're going to pick it up, put it on our backs, balancing it on our backs. I'm going to move back. See, I told you it wasn't very good. I'm going to pop it to make a tower. So we're going to make a tower of our toilet rolls, whatever you're using, okay? So I'll shout a number out again, and then hopefully you'll be able to move to that many and slowly pick them up, put them on your back. Now go nice and slowly. If it feels too hard, and if you're feeling super good, you can do it multiple times. So let's start off easy. So let's get 1. Okay, bear crawl to it, and place it on my back. I'm going to move back nice and slow. And stay on. Back we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. There it is. Right, palm 1 up. It's going to be a while with this, couldn't we? Right, this time, let's do 2. Okay. So, place it on the back. Oh, won't stay on. Place it on the back. Is it there nice and flat? Oh, that's better. Got it. Woo! 1. There, crawl to there. Put it on the back. And then carry it back over. Oh, do you know what? I think on this case, slower is better. Right, we've only got 1 more left to collect, so I'm going to collect that 1 more. Over we go. Put it on the back. Woo, see if I can get this one there without it dropping off. Really think, oh, start again. Put it on my back. I can't even get it to stay there. There we go. Right. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So I've got my tower of toilet rolls or whatever you might be using. And we're now going to move on to some jumping, because I sort of feel like we're really warmed up now. We're really ready. We've done some movement with our running limbs and movements, and now we're going to do some jumping. So we're going to lay one at a time out, okay? So at the moment, I've got a really tall tower, and I want to make that a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop one off there. I'm going to try and jump it. Now, there's a really good way to do jumping correctly, okay? You might sort of lollop over like that, but actually for really good technique, we're going to think about keeping our feet together, bend our knees nice and soft, and we're going to swing our arms, and we're going to jump over it like a bunny, okay? So not too difficult. I'm just going to see if we can jump over like a bunny. So that's that one. That That was pretty good. Everyone feeling comfortable with one? Let's try it once more. Think about how you can use your arms, use your legs, and we're gonna jump. Okay, good stuff. Let's take another one of our markers, our toilet rolls, and let's do 2 in a row. So think about our technique and go 1, 2. Okay, that was good. This time, let's do 3. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna have to really think about hop, 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 soft knees, swing our arms. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was a bit harder. Let's try and perfect that a little bit. Take a break in between if you need to. So you can always just go 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a bit better. I think my technique was better when I took it a bit slower. Should we put the last 2 out? And this is where the final challenge of this first part of the activity is see how quickly you can do it, but obviously making sure you're keeping good technique. If you've got a sibling or someone who's doing it with you, you could race them, but it's not always about competition, so just do it however you feel comfortable. So now I've got 5 hurdles to jump. Whew, this is going to be tough. I'm going to just take it slow to begin with. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pleased with that. This time I'm going to do it a little bit harder. See if I can make it a little bit more challenging. Keep my feet together, using my arms. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. Whew. That's really got me warmed up. Can you see me getting nice and red? That's a good sign. That means the blood is pumping around my body and that I'm working really, really hard. Don't think I need this anymore, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to have a break. Very quickly grab a drink. You're probably feeling pretty tired from that one as well, particularly if you were racing your siblings. I wonder who won. Don't worry, it's not about winning. It's about doing good techniques. It's all about building your skills so that when we finally can do all our proper sports clubs again, all of your skills will be that much better. So, what else do you need to know about the Youth Sport Trust? Well, Youth Sport Trust is a brilliant charity that is all about improving sport, physical activity and PE for young people and giving them a brighter future. And that's why this club is a big part of what they're doing. So please tell friends and family about it. Get the word out there that they can still stay active, completely accessible for everybody. And, you know, just a little bit of fun to have at the end of the day, particularly when it's horrible, cold and wet outside. This is the best thing we can be doing right now. And if you want to sort of give us some feedback about what we're doing, you can hashtag YST after school and give us some ideas about what you would like us to do next. You know, this is going to be going on all the way until the Easter holidays. So we've got a few ideas lined up, but if you've got some ideas or sports or activities that you would like us to include, send them in, okay? Let us know. And if you get your parents or whoever's there looking after you to either take a picture or use their Twitter or social media feeds to send in your ideas, that would be really, really great, because as athlete mentors, we're quite old and we run out of really good ideas, whereas you guys, you're young, you're fit, you've got brilliant things to do. So why not tell us and we'll hopefully bring them to life. So please do get in touch, hashtag YST after school, and share with us some really good feedback of how you're getting on, but also some ideas about what we can do next. Right, let's get on with the next part. So it's not going to be easy this session. It's going to be lots of us working hard. So we've got our hurdles set up. I'm just going to move them in the middle a little bit so you can see me. So I've got them set up nicely. Hopefully you have two, plenty of space. And this time we're going to move from jumping to hopping. Because actually with athletics, sometimes we hop, don't we, for like long jump and different jumping activities. So actually hopping is a really good one. You might have a preferred leg, so maybe start on your preferred leg and then switch around, okay? So we're going to hop, but when I hop over it, I'm going to collect the one in front of it, okay? So let's see how I get on. Now I'm going to hop all the way down and I'll collect them on the way back. So hop, woo, gosh, get my balance, hop, Got to take this one slowly now, don't we? Hop, hop, last one, hop. Okay, now this time, as we go backwards, we're going to hop backwards, I know. We're going to collect up the toilet rolls, so we are ready for our next part of the activity. So, here we go. I'm going to hop backwards, really go careful, nice and slowly. I'm going to hop back, got the first one. It's a balancing act, this. Hop back, woo. On the next one, woo. Hop back, on the next one. Gosh, I can feel myself really working hard now. 2 more to go. Hop back, woo. Get your balance. And then the last one, hop back. Okay. I think I could probably use my other leg now to put them out, couldn't I? So let's put one down. I'm going to use the other leg now and I'm going to hop over it. Put the next one down. Woo. Hop over it. You might find that you're better at one leg than the other. So really think about how you can strengthen that. I'm going to hop over, put that one down. Hop over, last one down. Okay, now I'm going to hop backwards and see if I can clear them. Gosh, this is harder going backwards. Right, here we go. So, hop, woo. One more, hop, hop. Keep that balance. Think about the technique you're using, keeping the knees nice and soft. Hop, woo, and hop, woo. Good stuff, guys. So, we've used both our legs. We've done some nice double jumping. So we've done lots of little jumps, but now we're going to try and work on getting it higher. Gosh, so we're not thinking about doing lots, we're going to think about doing it even higher. So retrieve them in. So we'll obviously just start off with one, won't we, to begin with. Keep it nice and simple. Have it out in front of you. Think about that good technique. Soft knees, feet together. One. Okay, so I can do one. I'm pretty pleased with that. Hopefully you can do it as well. Give it a go. Should we try and go a little bit higher? Whew. Now, I've actually got a bit of a back injury, so I'm not going to jump too high. But if you guys think you can do it, and it's safe to do it, see how high you can go. So this time, I've got 2 toilet rolls stacked on top of each other. Gonna have to push it a little bit harder now. Nice and soft knees. See if I can jump. Oh, God, that was pretty good. I'm pleased with that. Right, can I go 3? Now you might already be on 3 or 4, so you do it at your own pace. I think I might be able to do 3. See what I can do. Right, nice and soft knees. Woo! Yes, I'm really pleased with that. Now I'm not going to push myself any further because I need to be a bit careful with my back, but see if you guys can maybe step it up to 4. Gosh, that would be quite impressive if you can do 4. Maybe you can even go to 5. That would be very good. That would be really good if you could do that. I'll give you a moment, just have a go. But if you haven't been able to do that, take it back to the one that you feel comfortable doing and keep practicing that technique. Very good. So we're doing double foot now, which is sort of the double-footed takeoff and double-footed landing. Now, one last thing we're going to think about, and you might find this one's a little bit easier, is if we go back to 1, and we're going to take a step in, and then we're going to almost step over it with 1 foot, but land with 2. So a slightly different technique. See if that one's easier or harder for you. So you're going to take a step in, have 1 foot hovering over, and jump it. So see if you can give that one a go. I'm going to see if I can do it with 2. So we're going to take a step in, jump, and as you land, you can think about doing a bit of a squat, because that really absorbs the pressure you're putting through your body, okay? So you're going to take a step, you're going to jump and squat. Really good technique for practicing your jumping abilities. So see if you can give that a go. Maybe you want to go higher. I'm going to leave it like this. Let's do a couple more steps. Sorry, take a step up. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Let's go one more. I'm going to step, lift. Good stuff, guys. Well done. Whew. I am feeling jumped out and ready for a nice quiet evening on the sofa, I think. I've definitely earned it. So I'm going to move my toilet rolls out of the way. We're going to have ourselves a drink, because that is the end of the main activity. I know, it's flown by, hasn't it, guys? Have yourself a good drink, and we're going to do some stretching out, and we're going to just kind of have a bit of a debrief, think about what we can do after this session to work on what we've been doing, and maybe have some fun when you're waiting for the next club to start. So I have some little challenges for you. So just sort of swing your arms out, give yourself a bit of a stretch. Now, as we've been saying, we want to stay connected as much as possible. So make sure you do get yourself in action, taking some photos of yourself doing the Youth Sport Trust After School Sports Club. Before Christmas, we got people to pose like this in their Y stances to stand for Youth Sport Trust, and then maybe get someone in your family to take a photo and put it on social media with the hashtag YST After School, so that you can see what everybody else is up to across the country, and hopefully feel like we're a part of a really great community. So while I'm standing here chatting to you, we can do some stretches. So if you don't have to do what I'm doing, you can do some different ones, but obviously we've been using our legs a lot. So I'm just going to be stretching out my inner thighs. Just going to hold it for a few seconds, make sure it's really, really stretched out. And as I said, I'm a former Paralympic swimmer, so I used to represent Great Britain as a swimmer for 10 years, competing all over the country. And I'm part of the Youth Sport Trust Athlete Mentor team. Just going to do my hamstrings now, which is just sitting into my bum a little bit, pulling up my toe and letting it rest like that, fit just behind your leg. And as athlete mentors, they're all athletes that have competed for our country or competed at a high level and really love sport, and we think it's a really amazing thing that we should be doing, and that's why we're really passionate about running this club and hopefully bringing it to life for you guys and being some cool different teachers for you to listen to, because I'm sure you've had long days online or doing your virtual stuff that can sometimes get quite tiring. Hopefully this has given you a little bit of a lease of life. Now, a challenge for you to take away from today, because obviously there's not going to be another club until Thursday now, so you've got a bit of time, so we want you to practice what we've been teaching you. Now obviously do this with your other hand. I have only got one hand, so I'm going to do this slightly wrong, but still stretching it, but you use your other hand like you've got. Just going to stretch out our hamstrings. And so we want to keep practicing with jumping activities. Maybe you could see if you can jump a few more heights on the toilet roll. Maybe you can do some hurdle races with your family. I've even got my dog to try and jump over the toilet rolls. She wasn't quite ready for the session. She wasn't quite ready yet, but I don't know if you've seen on a few of the social media videos, people have been getting their dogs to jump over it. So maybe you can have a competition with yourself and your pet, see who can jump the highest. So lots of really fun ways to get creative and keep yourself practicing and challenging yourself, because not only are we here to have fun and enjoy being active, we also want you to really be improving your skills and abilities. So when we get back to normal and you're back in your clubs or back in your sports, you feel like you've actually got more to give and you've improved rather than got worse or stagnated. So hopefully you're going to feel like you're really, really building on this, and feedback and ideas from you guys is really, really important. Now, just to stretch out the upper body as well, I just remind you about the session on Thursday. So on Thursday, you've got the brilliant Jenna Downing, who is a world champion skater, inline skater, and she is going to be running the session. She is amazing. We love Jenna, and she's going to be doing some more athletic skills with you. So make sure you join her at 5 p.m. on this YouTube channel so you can get involved. And the things you're going to need, keep this in mind, you're going to need 5 pairs of socks, which I'm hoping you've all got. So 5 pairs of socks, and this is a bit of a strange one. Let me just check my list. You need either masking tape, towels, string, or ties. I'm not sure what madness you've got lined up, but you don't want to miss it. So 5 pairs of socks, masking tape, or towels, or string, or ties. I think you might need things to kind of create lines on the floor. So that's what they're thinking about. But that's it for today, guys. This has been the first Youth Sport Trust After School Sports Club of 2021. You might feel like we're in some really crazy times at the moment. You're missing your friends, you're missing being at school, you're just generally missing being active. Well, this is what this club's all about. Please come and join us as often as you can. There's going to be more athlete mentors like myself leading the sessions. And of course, you Sport Trust just want to give you the opportunity to keep improving your healthy, active lifestyles and help you feel more connected. So I'm going to see you very soon. I'm sure I'll be back to lead another one of these sessions. But for now, enjoy your Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us and keep active, and we'll see you soon.